Ever wish you could instantly reply to YouTube comments with your lead magnets or free offers? Well, with OttoKit, you can, completely on autopilot 24/7. Let me show you exactly how. So first, I'll show you how it works. So I am on an unlisted video on my YouTube channel, and I'm just gonna type in here, workflow, please, something like that. So with our comment in there, the next step is for it to make sure that it has the keyword, and that keyword is workflow. And if it does, it's going to go to Bitly to generate a unique URL for this particular commenter, i.e. me. And then it will send that unique URL with a simple phrase back to the person who made the comment with that keyword. So while we're waiting for this to transpire, this takes about 15 minutes. In my testing, it's actually less than 15 minutes. So while we're waiting for that, I thought, hey, let's go through the workflow and how I put this all together. So let me go over to the AutoKit workflow. So here we are here. And let me just zoom in a little bit, make it nice and big. So it's actually just 4 simple steps, 1 trigger, 3 steps, 3 action steps. So let me go through each one. So in our trigger, we're using the new comment on video. So let me go back to select here. And we're using the YouTube app. And again, the new comment on video. Okay, so that's what it's watching for, any new comment on this particular video. And then you'll need to authorize and allow permissions for your YouTube channel to connect with AutoKit. And that's a simple authorization thing. Permissions, check a couple of boxes, make sure it's connected to the YouTube channel that the account that has the YouTube channel that you want. So that's an important step. And then once you do that, you've got your connection set, and then we can go to the configure tab. Under the configuration tab, I've grabbed the video ID of the video that I want to monitor for new comments. And if I go over to that video while we're waiting in the URL, let me just drag this down so you can see it here. Up in the URL, you'll see an ID here. So that's the ID that I copied and I put into the video ID spot right here, okay? So we'll just click on continue here. And to test this out, you just want to fetch the data, and it's going to fetch to see if there's any comments. And of course there will be, and that's just making sure that your ID to the video is working properly, and it is. So we'll click on save there. Okay. Our next step is a filter. All this filter is doing is monitor the text in the comment. And if that text contains the word or the value workflow, then proceed to the next step in this workflow automation. Easy enough, right? So we'll click continue there. We'll click on test condition. It will say true because it did find the word workflow in our comment because it just picked up the comment we just added. So our next step, and this one might be a little bit more technical, we're actually doing an API call to Bitly. And there is a direct connection to Bitly here that you could use as well. But from my testing, it didn't auto-generate a new unique URL when I was asking it to. So because the URL in this case is the long URL that it's shortening for is the same, it was generating the same Bitly link every time. And that's not something I wanted to do. So I tried shorten link, I tried bitlink, and it was doing the same thing. It was just generating the same Bitly link. I also tried the custom API request, but that wasn't working as well because I just couldn't get it to work how I wanted it to work to get this unique URL. And so I had to go over to Bitly and look at their API references. So this is a little bit more technical, but the only thing I added was this piece right here, which was to force a new link every time it generated it. And this is Boolean, so it's either true or false. And so I just set it to true. So let me take you through what this looks like. So in our API request, we're using a post method. Our endpoint URL is what Bitly gives you. We're using raw JSON as the payload type. We do have to add a couple of headers here. One is for our authorization, and the other is to make sure that we're using the content type application JSON. To get your API key from Bitly, go over to settings, then click on API under developer settings, and then enter your password for your Bitly account, and then click on generate token. Now there might be some other options out there for you to auto-generate a link. The first thought I had was Bitly, and it's worked out great. But let me know in the comments below if you have a different idea. And then we put in a data call, and we're putting in the group ID, and this is very simple to do. So back in your Bitly settings, if you go to the home page, and again, I'll just bring up my browser window so you can see it. You'll see that there is this unique group ID up here. That's the easiest way to get it, and that's what you'll need there. So here is our group ID, and our domain, because I'm using the free version of Bitly, is going to be bit.ly. And then here is the long URL that we're swapping out the short one for. And then here is our call to force a new link as true. And then we'll click continue here, and we'll click on test action, and it will auto-generate a new link for us every time we test this out, which is exactly what I wanted, because I want to track individual links, individual clicks by commenters, right? So we'll click on save there. And then our final step in this very short process is to send all of this back to the commenter, right? So our step here is to reply to a comment, and we're taking the comment ID, and so we're mapping the comment ID that was made so we can send back a reply. And to do that, you just hit the @ symbol again. We're going to go up to YouTube here. So we'll just search here for comment, and there's a lot of comments, but here it is right here, top level comment ID. That's the one we want, and that's the one I've added in there for our data. So it's mapping the reply back to the original comment. And I'm adding in their profile name on YouTube, so you also get that when you do the new comment on video. So you can put that in there. It's a nice touch. And here's your link. And then I put in the Bitly link that was auto-generated. And there you go. So we're done with that. Now we could click on test action here, and it would automatically send a reply, but I don't want to do that because I want you to see that in pretty close to near time, you'll be getting the comment right from the automation that's working behind the scenes. So we'll click save there. Another piece that you could add in between all of this, probably right here after you get your Bitly link, is a call to ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever LLM you want to use to finesse the comment, make it a little bit more friendly and things like that, and make it unique to each comment, right? So you could add that in there if you wanted to. So as we wrap up the video here, here is our comment that just came in. Here is our hey there, Larry Snow. So we've got the commenter profile name in there, and here is your link, and that's unique to me. So if I click on that link, it's going to take me over to OttoKit to use this particular workflow. And so that's how it works. And if we go over to Bitly now, if we go to links, we now have this link right here. That's the one that was just generated. And now I can track clicks on that particular individual link. So there you have it, a complete automation that replies to YouTube comments in under 15 minutes. You saw it work in near time, you've got the trackable links, and it runs 24/7. Now, here's where this gets really powerful for business owners. Imagine if instead of a free download in this example, this linked to your email signup, or your course waitlist, or your consultation booking page. You're not just giving away free stuff, you're building an automated lead generation machine. Think about it. Every video you publish becomes a lead magnet. Want to see this in action? Comment workflow below, and you'll get the reply with a link to this exact AutoKit template within 15 minutes. Then adapt it for your business and watch what happens. Don't forget to subscribe for more automation tutorials like this, and I'll see you in the next video.